As I promised, today we have discussed open-ended fund and closed-ended fund. You guys know what is the meaning of open, what is the meaning of close. But today we have just give you some example, the meaning of the open-ended and closed-ended fund, and how you can apply this in the private equity industry or our hedge fund accounting industry. This is the main topic today. We can explain step by step, and we can explain the benefit of the both fund. We can explain the difference of the open-ended and closed-ended fund. Guys, I just give you one simple example here. If we have a two room, one room you can allow some people within the 5 minutes, then close the door. Another room we have allowed the people anytime you can come entering the room, and we can open the door. Okay. First room is that we have allowed some people within the 5 minutes. How many people is come to the room? We can close the door. And another room also we can allow the people any time of point they have come in the room, then existing in the room. First room we have closed the room, the people is coming in the room, they have not existing unless in the meeting is to close. And the second room, whatever the open is door is open, we can allow the people, they come up any point of time, they exist of any point of time, they no need to permission anybody in there the room. But the close the room, whatever door is closed, this room the people is entering with the permission, the people is existing with the permission. This is the meaning of practical meaning of the open and close. And this the two example you can apply in the private equity industry, how we can apply here, and we can explain it the accounting difference between the two open and closed accounting. Guys, what I explain you see the example we have given here. Two box here. One box there one lock is open. One box we have given the lock is closed. You can see very clearly two box here. In the lock is open, this box, this is called open scheme. Whatever the lock is closed here, we can name as a closed scheme. In the open scheme, investor can enter any point of time. Now investor can exist any point of time. This is the open scheme. If you see the closed scheme, investor can enter any point of only for the time at the time of fund is allowed the entering, and they not existing any time until unless the scheme is closed. This is only for the give live example between open scheme and closed-ended scheme. Then we can see in the theoretical meaning of in the open and closed-ended. Open-ended fund can be bought or sold any time of point. It means open-ended fund. Open-ended fund you can purchase anytime, you can sell anytime. For example, best example is mutual fund. Nowadays in the mutual fund you can buy the mutual fund any time, and you can exist in this particular mutual fund for the any time. This is called as open-ended. Closed-ended fund can be brought only during their launch and can be redeemed when the investor tenure is called over. This is the closed-ended fund. Closed-ended fund means if you design the closed-ended fund, investor can enter during the tenure whenever the fund is allowed to enter, and they wait until unless the tenure is over. However, one benefit is there in the closed-ended fund. Investor can transfer their ownership to other person. It is allowed only with the closed-ended fund. They cannot exist. However, they transfer the ownership one person to another person. We can give some example open-ended and closed-ended fund. You can see open-ended fund, mutual fund, hedge fund, ETFs. You can categorize as a open-ended fund. Closed-ended fund you can launch a small company, municipal bond. You can buy some new company like as a joint venture. You can investment some company capturing some share. This is like we are categorized as a closed-ended fund. Now we can see why it's called as a closed-ended, why it is called as open-ended. If you see, closed-ended fund capital does not flow freely into in or out. This is called as a closed-ended. That's why we are calling it a closed-ended. Closed-ended fund, the capital cannot flow in or out any time of point. However, open-ended fund, the capital flow in or out any point of time. That's why we are called as a open-ended, closed-ended. Also, that is the second investment. Also, we can categorize here. Closed-ended fund permitted investment slowly during the new fund offer period and do not accepted any investment as a SIP. Also, closed-ended fund only accepted the fund when the fund is launched, when the fund is the tenure of the period. However, they have not accepted any systematic plan as an investment. Open-ended fund they have accepted through the money as a SIP. Also, they have accepted money through as any point of time. Now we can go see the difference between closed-ended fund and open-ended fund, and there are then little bit there are difference of point of view are called as open-ended fund. There are also benefit in the open-ended fund. They are very liquidate very quickly, diversify their investment, and the open-ended fund liquidation not quickly, not liquidated until unless they are waiting the closing period, and the investment also not a very quickly diversified. You can see we can mention here to think here open-ended and closed-ended. We can also put some point what is the difference, exact difference between open-ended and closed-ended. Now, if we are categorized as open-ended, investor can buy in or out anytime. In the open-ended fund, investor can enter or buy any point of time. However, closed-ended fund, investor can buy only during the limited of period. Investor cannot enter in the closed-ended fund after the limited period. This is the one difference we have. Second difference here, perpetually fund with no fixed maturity date. Open-ended fund, there are no maturity period. However, closed-ended fund, we have a 10 to 15 years, there are the life cycle, the maturity period of that. Here, 10 year is between 3 year to 5 year in the closed-ended fund. In the second point, not listed on any stock exchange, listed on recognized stock exchange. You can see the 4 point pricing is determined by the NAV. In the open-ended fund, how they determine the pricing? For example, it is the daily fund. They have determined the pricing the previous day. If the investor entering today, they have share or unity at the previous day, whatever the NAV. They have determined the pricing. However, the closed-ended fund pricing is determined by the supply and demand of the share unity. And closed-ended for the pricing determines supply and demand. They have other methodology also. They determine the pricing. If you see the another point, no limit to the number of unity beginning issue. However, number of unit is limited and fixed. I just give you one example for the commitment. Open-ended fund, there are no fixed commitment. Investor can enter any point of time and investor can exist any point of time. However, in the closed-ended fund, whenever the start the closed-ended fund, they have mentioned one target commitment. After the target commitment, they have not allowed any investor entering the fund. If you see in the open-ended fund, low lock in the period and investor can exist at any point of time. However, if you go to the closed-ended fund, once enter investor have to stay invested for the entire tenure. For example, in the open-ended period, there are no locking period. Investor can enter any point of view. Investor can exist any point of view. However, the closed-ended for investor can enter in the certain time of period and investor can exist in the maturity of period. However, one clause is here in the closed-ended fund, investor can transfer their ownership one person to another person. It is responsibility only for the investor. It is not the fund. Fund cannot do help or something like that. They have not searching the investor behalf of this the existing investor. Investor can source another investor. Now the fill all the criteria whatever we have mentioned the LPA, they process and they transfer their ownership to one person to another person. There are some benefit also open-ended and closed-ended. You can see the open-ended very quickly liquidated, diversify their investment. Closed-ended, there are no diversification, very low diversification, and there have no liquidation also. You can see until unless we can wait in the closing in the fund. Now you can discuss about the accounting. Any difference between the accounting in closed-ended and open-ended fund? No, nothing is difference between accounting in the closed-ended and open-ended fund. Basically, we can release the NAV closed-ended fund. Also, we can release the NAV in the open-ended fund. Only the difference between we can categorize 90% fund if they are on open-ended. We can categorize as a hedge fund, we can categorize as a mutual fund. However, which fund we have not is open-ended, you can categorize as a private equity like that. This is only we can categorize here. There are accounting, there are no difference. We have expenses open-ended, we have also expenses closed-ended, we have management fees open-ended, also we can management fees as closed-ended, we can prefer return as open-ended, prefer return as closed-ended, carry, catch up, everything is same open and closed-ended. Only difference between these two may be open-ended fund, we have released the daily basis of the NAV, and closed-ended fund we have released the monthly and quarterly. This is only the difference between the accounting we have doing the between two things. And basically open-ended fund we are categorized a hedge fund accounting, and closed-ended fund we can categorize as a private equity fund. And guys, if you have any doubt between this open and closed-ended, message me, ping me. We can explain your question in the next section whenever doing the in the next Monday. And whoever like to my training section and whoever like to grow up in the private equity industry, subscribe it. We have the subscribe button in the video. In you can see the subscribe button. We are posted every Monday, every week in the Monday in the new topic in the video, very systematic way. And you are interested any topic related private equity, hedge fund, whatever you have, message me. We can also discuss about this that topic whenever we have the next classes. Thank you.